All right, my business friends, let me ask you this question. Would you bet a chocolate bar that your IT team could prevent a security breach? So what if I told you 1 in 5 security professionals won't take that bet? In fact, a report indicates organization leadership may be the weakest link. So, on this episode of The Mark Bishop Show, my cybersecurity expert will share results of a new report, and he exposes holes in preparedness and explains why leadership is more vulnerable to cyber attacks. Welcome, Jeff Abbott. He's the CEO of Avanti.
Thanks, Mark. I'm glad to be here.
Well, Jeff, according to the new State of Security Preparedness 2023 study released by Avanti, 97% of leaders and security professionals report that their organization is as prepared or more to defend against a cybersecurity attack than they were a year ago. However, 20% of those experts wouldn't bet as much as a candy bar that they could prevent a damaging breach. Boy, oh boy, what say you, sir?
Yeah, well, look, this is why we did the survey. We surveyed 6,500 office workers, IT pros, and senior execs around the world. And what we were looking for is what is best in class in terms of organizations securing their company's workforce and networks against cyber terrorism. And as you said, 97% of them feel pretty good, or at least better than they were a year ago. But 1 out of 5 of those same security professionals won't back that up with a candy bar. Even more troubling, Mark, we found that 1 in 3 C-suite level execs have clicked on a phishing link in the last year. And if you're not familiar with that expression, that's that fake email designed to trick a person into giving their credentials. So the leaders are really becoming the more susceptible out there.
Yeah, I understand what phishing is, my friend. Believe me. Is it a lot of it is overseas or right here in the U.S., Jeff?
The survey was global. So it was Western Europe, parts of Asia Pacific, Latin America, the United States, Canada. It was global. So this is not localized to a geography. It is around the world.
Wow. Well, this new report reveals that the cybersecurity industry, it's still operating reactively, checking boxes rather than anticipating new threats. And 92% apparently of security professionals, they report that they've got a method for prioritizing patches, that they also indicated that all types of patches rank high. Now, apparently this means that nothing is prioritized. Can you put that into English for me?
Yeah, what it means is you have to line up all the threats and weaknesses in either your applications or your access points or your devices and rank them, stack rank them by the latest intel on what bad actors are doing. If you treat all the threats the same, then you're not prioritizing anything. But with the intelligence that comes with cybersecurity tools and software, you can stack rank those and address the most urgent security issues first. And that's just a smart way to prioritize your protections.
Well, additionally, in the effort to prevent security breaches, it appears that organizational leaders may be getting in the way. Now, that could mean different things, right? But give us the focused stats on that. What does that really mean?
Well, look, as a leader myself, I'm not really a fan of the expression the bad actors are using, but they call it whale fishing, Mark. And I try not to take that personally. But I think, look, because of the volume of emails and communication and the speed at which today's executive operates at, they can become very susceptible to a slick attack, whether it's phishing or a simple ransomware or even posing. I've had this happen. I've had bad actors pose as me and send an email to my entire employee base saying, hey, I really need you guys all to send me an Amazon gift card.
Oh, my God. Stone the crows.
Yeah,
how do they get into that? How do they get in to do that, to be able to do that to your stuff?
Yeah, and that's the scary part. One of the things that the study found is that, and this is interesting, it's called zombie credentials. We were surprised that, yes, but 45% of our surveyors suspect that former employees still have access to company systems and files with those quote-unquote zombie credentials. So it's not unheard of for a bad actor to get a hold of a former employee and somehow, usurp the the credentials and use them for their own purposes. And that's just one of the ways they're doing it.
Well, we're all guilty of this phishing links clicking on, Jazz. I mean, I get 300 emails a day. I mean, and I'm expecting returns, this and that. I get a lot of stuff from overseas. I mean, it's difficult to ascertain. I have put on Guardio, and now that's not letting me go to sites I need to go to research or whatever. And I think, darn, why did I put this thing on? But then again, it's an enormous amount of numbers that are coming up that are phishing sites or dangerous or stay away from. You know, where's it going to get, do you think? Where is it going?
Yeah, look, the sophistication is not going to slow down. Consumers just, we all need to stay vigilant. As you pointed out, Mark, long gone are the days of an email from a Nigerian prince asking for money. They're far more sophisticated these days.
Oh, big time.
Right? The bad actors are they're paying attention to where we shop online and the kind of news outlets we pay attention to, or even they pay attention to the utilities that we do business with from our home. And they will send emails posing as one of those, whether it's a local utility company or Amazon or whoever, and they'll use the logos, they'll use the right language, but you have to pay attention to the sender's email address. If it doesn't look legitimate and you don't see the company's name, delete it immediately. The best thing you can do is continue to have strong, unique passwords for every company and service provider that you use. And also, I highly recommend enabling multi-factor authentication. It's a pain, but that's when for security processes, you're asked to enter a code that you receive on your cell phone. It's a pain, but do it.
Yeah, you've just got to have the darn thing with you all the time, like I do, because I have that.
That's true.
But if you've left it in the bedroom or the bathroom, you're in trouble. Let me ask you this then, Jeff. If the experts don't feel 100% secure and leadership is extra vulnerable, what steps should security professionals be taking now to protect their organizations? And in fact, what blind spots should they be aware of?
Yeah, look, I mean, at the end of the day, for enterprises, the name of the game is train and invest. It's important for organizations to continually train on recognizing the latest security threats and provide outlets for employees to risk-free send their experiences. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Make sure your IT team knows what you're experiencing. Keep strong passwords. Use that multi-factor authentication and invest. Mark, there are fantastic security solutions that control user permissions, manage all the devices. They keep the apps, the browsers, and the operating systems all updated and patched to the latest security standards. And we, as an organization, Avanti, maintains the latest patch information on a weekly basis, and this is what companies should do.
All right, so you've got me intrigued. Can I go to Avanti? Do you have a website that'll explain all of this to me and show me?
Absolutely. This is what we do at Avanti. We're a global IT solution software company. We have purpose-built solutions that enable companies to discover, manage, and secure every device on the network and protect every user. Now, we're business to business. But to your point, Mark, even for your average consumer, I highly recommend you download the report. That's at Ivanti.com, Ivanti.com/cybersecurity report. A lot of rich information out there.
Well, I'll be going there, I can tell you that. /cybersecurity report. Yep, patching versus preparing, where to prioritize everything is urgent, how to future-proof your organization. And I tell you what, organizations have to listen to you and wake up to this because it's no fun. Banks, medical, databasing, the baddies are getting hold of everything. They get to know everything. I mean, you know your stuff. I mean, you've had 25 years of experience working for enterprise software and service companies, including Accenture, Oracle, and Infor. So, you're right up there with the knowledge, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Abbott is the name. He's the CEO of Avanti. And all you've got to do is go to Avanti.com/cybersecurity report. Oh, gee, it scares the living daylights out of you where it's going. And now we've got artificial intelligence to worry about as well, Jeff,
You're right, Mark. It's not going to stop. This is the new contemporary battleground.
Fascinating stuff. Well, I tell you what, it was a pleasure speaking with you. You've raised my eyebrows. Wonderful stuff, and I appreciate it. Right here, you heard it on the Mark Bishop Show. Jeff Abbott, the CEO of Avanti, giving you some darn good information. Take advantage of it, okay? Thanks, Jeff. Lovely speaking with you.
Thank you. My pleasure, Mark.